Hey, and welcome to my channel. This morning I tried to go out because it was nice enough to get my little light jacket on and sit on the porch because it's a rainy day. Oh, it is lovely. I love it. I got the front door open. Hadn't even turned my Christmas lights off yet because it's still dark enough outside where you can see them. So I'm going to leave them on all day, unless the sun comes out. But I did a little test video and it's too loud. The rain's just too loud. It was a nice backdrop. You could like play it and go to sleep and take a nap, but you couldn't really hear me and the rain at the same time. So I am back in here in my room. Before we get started, I'm going to show you some Happy Mail. And this is truly Happy Mail. It makes me so happy. It is this beautiful little picture. This was colored for me by my friend Cassie in Michigan. I mentioned her the other week. Last week, I think it was. Cassie, thank you for sending this to me. I love it. I will treasure it forever. And I hope you have a Merry Christmas. And I hear that you've been coloring lots of Christmas pictures. So I know you're enjoying that. And I know you'll have a good Christmas. And I just wanted to tell you thank you from the bottom of my heart for my picture. I do love it. Then I wanted to tell you or show you one other thing. If you can see right there. That's the little motivational cards that I pull out when I come in here at my desk. So I come over here and I pulled it out this morning. Couldn't be more perfect for what we're going to talk about today. It says success is a journey, not a destination. Can you say journey? Okay, before we go on to that, let me tell you about this Millet Cereal. Ooh, it is good. If you like oatmeal and cream of wheat, you better try some millet. It's very comforting. I was not sure how it would set up because I did it for meal prep. I wasn't sure how it would set up in the fridge. And I just dumped it in a bigger bowl to heat it. I just mashed it with a spoon and it mashed out. And I wanted to use some honey, but I was out. Hadn't been able to go get any more yet. So I just used some. I heated it up. Used some sugar-free pancake syrup, a little bit of chopped pecans, and some of the Lily's butterscotch chips. A point's worth of those. Whew, that was a good bowl of cereal right there. Now, normally if I eat oatmeal, I have to have some eggs with it because oatmeal just will not hold me at all. So I told David, I said, the trick's going to be to see how this cereal holds me because it's a whole different grain. So I'm not going to eat any eggs to go with it. I want to give it a chance to see how good it does between now and lunch, if I feel like I need anything else or not. So yeah, if you like hot cereal, it's a very, very comforting. It is nice on this rainy day, I tell you. Now, this would normally be the day where we would do what I ate. What I ate this weekend was a teetotal 100% you know what show. It was pathetic. I didn't track it. I didn't write it down. I didn't care. I ate it if I wanted it. This is what I was afraid was going to happen, and it happened. Okay, so we don't have to rehash the whole thing, but just to get you up to speed in case you're not familiar, I started doing low carb. When I found out how much I needed to lose to get reconsidered for surgery, I wanted to try to hit it, as hard as I could and worry about leveling out later because I've got a goal in mind, and whatever I have to do to get to that goal, well, that's what I'm going to do. So I started low carb, and y'all know it was gangbusters. I mean, I came out losing. And then like the 1 week, I don't know what happened. Somebody was like, your body just is kind of catching up with the big change you made. So, I'm cool with that. We're going to have gains every week. Some people every week is a loss, not me. So I was cool with it. And then I go to the doctor. I get told your potassium is way too low and your cholesterol sucks. Change your diet. That's what she told me. No specifics. So I came home and for 2 days researched my eyeballs out on how to up my potassium by the foods that I was going to eat and to fix my cholesterol. Had pages over here. I shared my research with y'all, but the thing is, after those 2 days, and I wrote everything down, I had my list, I knew what I was going to eat. I was going to change from completely low carb to low carb with the added in whole grains and like sweet potatoes and things good for the potassium. I was going to do it because I knew I had to. I was going to make it work. Well, on low carb, no breads, sugars, none of that stuff, and I did good. I told y'all, I come and reported to y'all that low carb was probably one of the best things I did because it took away my cravings, my sugar cravings, my junk food cravings. I felt better inside. I was not sluggish. So apparently my body does not process those kind of carbs very well. So I was extremely happy. I was frustrated and worried and nervous how adding in these whole grains was going to change that. Well, after those 2 days, I went to meet with my physiatrist, who, let me tell you right quick, I will be going Wednesday, so I won't see you. We have a Christmas tag to do, me and David, which will probably be up to date too. And then I won't see you tomorrow, and I won't see you Wednesday. Well, unless we have a tag tomorrow. I don't know. Tracy, remember Tracy over at Trials Long Hair Girl, her and her husband in your prayers. They found out they're positive for COVID, and they're not feeling good. I told her don't worry about that tag. She's got enough to worry about not feeling well. So y'all remember her. So Wednesday we'll be at Duke all day, and getting that injection that I'm nervous about, just not because it's an injection. I've had numerous injections in all kinds of my body. Most of them in my back, but I've had them in other areas as well. That's not it. It's just the last time was a traumatic experience where he hit the nerve and it almost killed me. And so that is just in the back of my mind, even though she assured me, well, I mean, anything can go wrong. But they have a whole team that takes care of you. It's a whole different ball of wax up there than it was down here. But still, that's the one that's sticking in my mind. So I'm nervous about Wednesday. Just the anticipation of what if that happens again. Anyway, so I won't see you again to weigh in on Thursday. But weigh-in is going to suck. I'm going to tell you right now, it is going to be terrible. That's what I was telling you. My food. So when she sent me back after 2 days, I was at Duke that day, and that's the day I got my message. So I was already tired and wore out from the big long trip. And then I got the message, Mediterranean diet, please. And so my head started spinning. I was just almost defeated from all the research I had done, and I knew what I was going to change, and I was ready. I was going to hit the floor running. I was going to do it. I was going to make it work. And now all of a sudden, hey, guess what? Now you have to do Mediterranean diet. Okay, doc. This one over here said keep doing what you're doing. That was low carb. You're telling me do Mediterranean, which is not the same, because the low carb over here, I have more proteins than I do over in the Mediterranean. Now that I broke it wasn't a pact with myself, but I told myself, hold on. When I was going to do the low carb with the added in whole grains and potassium foods, I was going to make that work. Then she threw Mediterranean in the mix, and they said eat tons of whole grains. They pushed the whole grains, and they pushed the fruits and the vegetables. Well, up until then, I had not been eating fruits, no bananas. I ate a couple apples and some watermelon. Well, actually, the watermelon was after when I found out, because it's good for potassium. No bananas. I quit the bananas, okay? When the Mediterranean diet came into play, one of the two of the things I kept reading, eat your whole grain breads, eat your whole grain crackers, your whole grain pitas. So I'm like, no. I told David, I said, no, I'm not going to, because those foods are like gateway drugs. Those send me to want more, whether it's the healthy kind or their not so healthy counterpart. It tells me, my brain, to want more. And I told him I knew that's what would happen. I foresaw it. And guess what? That is what happened. I got some whole grain bread from Aldi's, which I froze in separate like little sections because I didn't want it to go bad. I got some whole wheat pita. I found some whole grain crackers. So I was eating those, and guess what? It caught up with me. And teetotal blank show this weekend. If it wasn't nailed down, I ate it. I ate, like Phoebe on Friends will say, like a fool, like a fool. That is what I ate like. It was ridiculous. It was embarrassing. I can't even remember what all it was. But if it wasn't nailed down, I ate it. And I didn't care. I had the craving. I had the drive. I had the, oh my gosh, if I don't get this, I'm going to explode feeling. Do y'all ever get like that? When you get like a craving, you know that something is going to happen in the universe if you don't get it. Did I have willpower? Nope. Did I even try to have willpower? Nope. Did I care? Nope. I said, I'm gonna get back on it. I'm gonna figure this out. And I did. I have figured out there's got to be, from this doctor to me. Had they not sent me in two different directions, had they not had my head spinning around figuring what in the you know what to do, I wouldn't have come to what I knew was a fact. I probably wouldn't have seen it in action to see how I process these processed grains. And yes, they are processed. They're made in a factory. The bread is made in a factory. It still has sugar in it. It is the wheat pitas. They're made in a factory. The crackers are made in a factory. They're still processed foods where I had stayed completely away from them. And that's when all my cravings and everything felt better. My sluggishness was gone. I was doing pretty good up until then. I put them back in my diet and it just went kaflooey. So I kept reading, eat them, eat them, eat them. And I did it, I won't say under duress, but kind of, because I didn't want to. But I'm like, well, apparently they know what they're talking about. Well, maybe they do for some people, but everybody's body is different. And I already knew that about me. I learned that about me when I started the low carb. So what I'm doing is I'm going right back to what I was going to do when my research from fix your cholesterol and your potassium through your diet. That's where I'm going. So it's still going to be low carb with whole grains. I'm not going to eat the breads and the crackers. I'm not doing it. I'm not tempting my body to signal my brain, hey, guess what? You can eat that one. Go on and get that other kind. It'll be all right. No. I'm not eating the fruits. I'm not eating the bananas and things. I'm not doing it. And I know some of y'all out there have the same kind of metabolism or whatever it is you want to call it that your body does to food, because you have told me carbs do you the same way. So I know there are some of you that understand. Then I know there are some of you that are saying, pick a lane. Well, like this thing back here tells me, success is a journey, not a destination. If my journey puts me on a 4-lane highway, like right out here on the interstate, and I got to travel all 4 of them lanes before I find my groove in one, and that's what I'm going to have to do. And that's what I feel like I have done. I have traveled this lane, I've traveled that lane, I've been on all of them, and I have figured out, I think this is going to be my best bet. I'm going to eat low carb, but I'm going to add more protein than Mediterranean wanted. I cannot live without, even if it's chicken, which is not my favorite meat in the world, I'll agree with cutting back red meat, but I'm still going to have my red meat. And pork chops, we have stuff in the freezer I'm not going to let go to the waste. I'll try to keep it leaner when we buy from now on, but I'm not going to, what's the word I'm looking for? Limit my chicken. If I want chicken every single day, I'm going to eat chicken every single day. And if I want a boiled egg every single day, I'm going to eat a boiled egg every single day. So I'm not going that far with the Mediterranean. I'm still sticking with the olive oil, and I'm still not going to count it. I'm still cooking with it because it is so heart healthy, it's not even funny. So I'm still sticking with the olive oil. I'm not going to eat the fruits. I'll eat some watermelon because it's good for potassium. Apples, they're good for cholesterol. I will be eating sweet potatoes because they're good for potassium. So are regular potatoes. I will be eating more vegetables, which Mediterranean wants you to eat, but I'm not going to focus on vegetables. I'm going to try to make it balanced. I'm going to eat my whole grains, like my millet, my barley, which we really like the barley too. So I'm still going to do the whole grains. So I'm coming in the middle. Low carbs over here, Mediterranean's over here, and I'm right here, a girl in her phone. And I named it. I told David, he was in there washing up the dishes yesterday, because y'all know if I cook, he cleans. And bless his heart, when I did my meal prep yesterday, on towards the end of it, my knee locked up. It's been doing that here about a month. And I have to get my walker out. So I finished it up on my walker. And I told him, I said, well, I'm going to get my coffee and sit down. And then I'll come over and get that mess up. He says, I'll get it up for you. So he cleaned up the rest of my meal prep. I'm just not telling you that to tell you a sad story, but just to tell you what a good guy he was. But he was over there. And I said, because I've been talking to him about it, telling him, and he agrees. He agrees 100%. He said, I've seen you change. He said, I've seen it. You were doing so good. And then all of a sudden, you're just like, gimme, gimme, gimme. I'm like, yeah, I know. So that's going to stop. But I said, I think I've come up with a name for it. Are you ready? The low carboranian diet. I think it sounds like a breed of dog. Low carboranian. That is my new coined word. If you ever hear it anywhere else, they stole it from me. Well, I don't know if they did or not, but that's what I thought of. So anyway, I just wanted to let you know. I've been on the merry-go-round. I've been on the interstate. I have finally decided through trial and error, my journey has brought me to this. And this is what I'm hoping is going to be successful. Whether it does a rapid weight loss or not, if it helps my cholesterol, I think it will also help my weight with the whole grains added in. I think that is helpful to weight loss. I just think it is. And I'm going to stay away from the processed foods. I'm still going to stay away from the sugar. I'm not going to eat the breads and the crackers. I'm not going to eat none of that, because I told you it's a gateway drug. I don't care how healthy it is. For me personally, it is a gateway drug to the non-healthy kind. And I'm been there, done that. Now, I'm not going to be 100% clean. I can tell you that right now, because I still got to live. Like, there's a chicken salad recipe I'm wanting to try this week for my lunch prep or snack, whichever way, I don't know. It's got mayonnaise in it. I'm not going to live the rest of my life without mayonnaise. I don't care what kind of diet it's called. I'm just not going to. I'm not going to sit down with a spoon and eat it every day, but if there's a recipe coming up that has a little bit of mayonnaise in it, I'm not going to run from it and hide. So there are things that will still make an appearance. I'm not going 100% whatever caveman diet or whatever they call them. I don't have that in me. Don't have it in me. So there you have it. That is this week's episode saga. What will a girl eat next? Go ahead and plan on a gain on Thursday. I will see you coming up sometime today. Me and David both were tagged on this Christmas tag. So that'll be coming up sometime. I appreciate all your support. I appreciate the ones of you who stick by me, and I'm going to be on purple too. I'm doing purple. I don't have to do Weight Watchers if I don't want to. I can count calories and I can count carbs. But the point system, whether I do Weight Watchers app or iTrack Bites app, iTrack Bites is what I did exclusively when I did low carb, and that's what I'm doing now. I'm just doing it on the iTrack Bites. The points still help me keep within a calorie range. So even though the grains are healthy, the meats are healthy and whatnot, you still kind of need a calorie range because the bottom line comes in, calories out. So I'm still sticking to watching the points, but I'm doing the purple because of the grains. So anyway, yeah, that was that. What was I going to say? We'll do the, oh yeah. Just plan on seeing a gain on Thursday. I didn't jump on the scales yesterday because I don't want to know. The amount of sodium, the water I'm going to have to drink to get rid of this sodium is probably going to be unreal. But that's what I was telling you. For those of you that support me, no matter how I do it or what I do it, which way I attempt to do it, how many times it takes me to find my groove, you that stick by me and support me, for me, y'all mean the world to me. Some people support you because of the plan you're on. But some people support you because of who you are. And I really do appreciate that. It means the world to me. I love y'all girls and guys. I know there's some guys out there. So I will see you coming up on the Christmas tag. And then after that, I more than likely, unless Tracy does the tag tomorrow, won't see it until weigh-in on Thursday. So wish me luck on Wednesday. Just be thinking about me on Wednesday for my nerves, for the injection to go good, and for my nerves to keep me calm. So, all right. I'll talk to you later.